from Hawaii, Ali from Palau, Ula from Fiji, Hafade from Guam, Mariana Islands, Yakwe from the Marshall Islands, Yorana from Tahiti, Kiora from New Zealand, Kia Yorana from Cook Islands, Malolele from the Kingdom of Tonga, and Talofa from the islands of Samoa. Well, it is good to see everybody back here. You are on the School Talk Story with Dr. T and the Ukulele Dad show. And we're so happy to see everybody today. And again, we hope that everybody is having a good week. Everything's going well for you. But today we are talking about the islands of Hawaii. So I'm going to do that and then share some announcements. And the good news, we have a special guest coming aboard here. Yes. Yeah, let me show you who he is. Okay. Yep. His name is Dr. Wendell Fuimaono, and he is the associate principal at Blue Springs High School. So he'll be joining us from the state of Missouri here coming up soon, everybody. So how about that? But let me talk to you about the islands of Hawaii. Again, the islands, aloha to Frusen forever. Always great to see you on the program. But the islands of Hawaii, again, are an island state of the United States of America. The capital of Hawaii is Honolulu, and it is located on the island of Oahu, which has about 2/3 of the population of the state. So there are 1,500,000 individuals that live in the state of Hawaii. That's a lot of people. And of course, Hawaiian is spoken, English, and many other languages. Many are in Hawaii from Asia, so many of the Asian languages are spoken. There are many of the Pacific Islander languages in addition to Hawaiian that are spoken. And yeah, it is truly a place where you will find many races and ethnicities in the islands of Hawaii. There are 137 islands. Some of them are uninhabited, but the main islands are, let me see if you know all these, Ni'ihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Lanai, Kaho'olawe, Maui, and Hawaii, which is also known as the Big Island. All right, everybody. And 1893 was a sad day because this is when the Kingdom of Hawaii was overthrown. So very sad. But again, we hopefully will learn experiences from these sad times and strive to support everyone on the islands there, because we have a lot of people that go there for tourism. Yeah. All right, friends. Well, let me do our announcements here. I know this is the favorite part for all of you. And then we will do ukulele class, and at some point we'll bring our guest aboard here. So I am going to share with you a couple things here. First of all, let's take a look at the N-Pine website. Yes. Yep, hopefully you can see that. Here's our students from Missouri, Chrisman High School, Missouri. And yeah, these are our scholar winners here at our N-Pine conference. And then these are our students from Hayward High School. Yes. So I hope that our webmaster is doing okay, Coney, because he was set to retire. So hopefully he's all right out there. But a lot of things to find here on this web page, including we have our 11th annual golf tournament coming up on Monday. Already started the virtual tournament, and some of our teams have already finished. Our Midwest team in Missouri already finished, as well as our Inland Empire team. So congratulations to all of you. But again, if you'll look here, we have nominations for our Educator, Counselor, Community, and Student Scholars and Attendance Awards. So those are things to be aware of. But yep, a lot of things to find here on our NPine website, including the Aloha Leadership Program. That's something to read about as well. But let me take you here to the NPine Facebook page. And under here it says this week's e-news. So let's take a look at that. And I did just mention the golf tournament. We're pretty much at capacity. But these are some of our fine sponsors that helped us. Last night, the NPine board gathered in my garage to assemble the goodie bags and some other things for the golfers. So that was a lot of fun, a lot of work too. And this Tuesday, we had the Lesona Ukulele class at the Ohana Hawaiian Barbecue. And we had 3 ukulele players were there to learn, and we had about 10 in our audience. Yeah, it was kind of a strange night, not too many people out there. It was warm. Maybe they were at the ocean. But our next ukulele class will take place in May, and that will be on the, let me see, May the 21st. That should be the 3rd Tuesday in May. Now, right here, anyone that lives in North Long Beach, or you do business in North Long Beach, or used to live there, we have a survey you can take. This is what they call the QR code. If you don't know what to do with that, let us know. We'll send you one. But please take the survey. We're trying to see what we can do to support enhancing peace in North Long Beach. Our Falana'i Ala guest speaker program has started. I had an opportunity to speak at Fullerton High School in Orange County, California. I also heard that J.P. Pereira, who is our fantastic artist, he spoke at St. Anthony Padua School in Gardena, California. So yeah, our speakers are getting out there and talking to the students. Again, we can do this. Be safe, everybody. Update your vaccines, especially our senior citizens like me. Yeah. Here are several updates, and we thank again our interns for supporting us on this, Jeremy and also Nikki. Thank you so much. Yep, we have our announcements. Biba Chamoru, the Chamoru Mess or Mess Chamoru or Chamoru Month was last month, but congratulations to all of our Chamoru friends. And May, we have the Island Grad ceremony is coming up as well. But let me see here, everybody. Let us sing happy birthday to our birthday people. So happy birthday to Mr. Sterling Williams, who was one of my colleagues before I retired at the LA County Office of Education. Also, happy birthday to Dr. Gabriela Maffei, the superintendent of the Garden Grove Unified School District. Yep, she's a very great leader. And Nancy Martinson, who was a past NPine board member, now lives on the East Coast. Dr. Lonnie Kupchoy, another intelligent professor at Cal State University, Los Angeles. She's also a fantastic musician and dancer. And finally, Dennis Pagenkop, who is an NPine supporter and golfer. We'll see you on Monday. So here we go, everybody. Happy birthday. All right. Happy birthday. I bet you've never had a song like that before. All right, everybody. Well, we did it. We made it through our announcements. And now, everybody, let us take a look at, it is time for ukulele class. And as soon as we finish this up, then we'll have our guest come aboard or whenever he's ready. It's no hurry for this program. But all of you, I'm sure you've discovered all the music and everything for this class. If you can't find it, it's in the Facebook page for Ukulele Dad. So this is where you can find it. And let me see here. We've got 2 songs we're learning today. our first one is called Singing in the Rain. So yeah, we need to sing that song every now and then to make sure we don't get too much rain. Yeah, the rain is important, but also a lot of weeds come because of the rain. Yeah, I keep pulling weeds and they keep coming back. So what are we going to do? Who knows? But let's take a look at our song, Singing in the Rain. So we have some chords we're going to learn. And remember, the chords are where we put our fingers on the instrument. And this, my friends, is called the ukulele. Yeah, I have several here. I've got another one here. Yeah, this one here you can actually plug into the amplifier. But let's use this one for today. And remember that we strum the ukulele. That means we use our right hand. And this is how I do it. I go down, up. That equals one strum. So down, up, 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 down, up. Yeah, we just did a lot of strums there. You can use your thumb, your fingers, several fingers, whatever works for you. And if you'll take a look at your left hand, this is finger 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these will go on the strings. And this is fret 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then as far as our strings, let me show you here in our C chord chart. We have string 1, so that's the name of the chord, C. String 1 is the one closest to us. That is the G string. That's also the note G. And then we have the C string, the E string, and the F string. So if you can't remember the notes, it's string 1, 2, 3, and 4, everybody, okay? So our C chord, our third finger, is on string 4, A string, fret number 3. Okay, so fret 3, string 4. Let's try it. Okay, everybody, get your third finger out for fret 3, string number 4. We're strumming. Good job, everybody. You played the C string, or C chord. Now, our next chord is probably one of our favorites here, everybody. This is called the C6 chord, also known as the A minor 7 chord. And if you'll notice, we do not use our left hand. But make sure you use your left hand to hold the instrument or you'll drop it. So this is it. Get your third finger ready. Here we go. C, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, the last two are a little harder, everybody, so hang in there. But we have the G7 chord, and that's using 3 fingers. You're going, oh no. But again, our first finger is on string 3, second is on string 2, and third is on string 4. So that forms our triangle there, okay? So this is the G7 chord is the name of it. So try it. First finger is on fret 1, string 3. Second finger is on string 2, fret 2. And third finger is on string 4, fret number 2. Yep, that's our G7. So G7's a little hard. I usually go 1, 2, and then I tuck the third in there. Or you can do 1, 3, and then put the second finger down. So try it. It's a little hard. I know I was teaching some students last week. It was tough for some. So that's G7. Now take a look at G7 and our next one, which is G7 suspended 2. So the difference is you're not using your third finger for G7 suspended 2. All right, everybody? So let's try G7. Okay. Then I'll say suspended 2 and lift up your third finger. Suspended 2. G7. Put down the third finger. Suspended 2. Good work. All right. So let's let's play our song. It is called Singing in the Rain. All right. So let me see if there's anything tricky here. Yeah, I don't really see anything too tricky. So let's just go ahead and play it. So we have the C chord. It says strum it 4 times. Then C6, no hands, strum it 4 times. C4, C6, strum 4. Then we go to the next line. Okay, then I'll go G7, suspended 2, G7, and suspended 2. All right. So let's give it a go, everybody. 5, 6. Aloha to Kimlin. Good to see you. No, Kim Lin Win. That's it. Sorry, I mispronounced it. Thanks for coming. So here we go, everybody. This is Singing in the Rain. So start with the C chord. C, 2, 3, 4. C6, 2, 3, 4. And C. C6, Little Cat. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Up G7, happy again, suspended 2. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. On with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing in the rain. One more time. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. I'm on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing in the rain. All right, everybody, you did it. Good job. Yeah, thank you, Turtle Cat. We appreciate that clarification there. I'm glad the morning's going good for you. We try to make it a good one. All right, everybody. I don't see our guest yet, so we'll keep going with our ukulele class. And let me see. Our next song is called Listen to the Music. All right. So you'll notice we're playing a lot of songs about music here. Yeah, let me go ahead and share this one with you because I wanted to talk to you about music. So I'm going to do our self-care talanoa, means chat right now. So everybody get nice and stretch out there and do some nice deep breathing through the stomach as I share the following with you. Music. You've seen that the people who make movies and commercials, they like to tweak and refine their arrangements to get a certain type of emotional response. Yeah, imagine that. And it can pull and tug at our hearts and sit with us for days. All has to do with music. And the music we choose to play or listen to matters because music inevitably pierces the depths of our souls. Amazing, huh? Amazing, everybody. So think about the world without music. It'd be different, huh? What would your life be like? How would it be different? All right, so I'm going to check that off. I shared this one thing here because sometimes I forget. All right, but let's again go back to our music here. And we've got several chords we're going to learn today for this song. So the first one is called the A7 chord. This is a good one. Your first finger is here on string 2, fret 1. So I suggest try saying that too, because that helps your muscle memory. If you say A7, string 2, first finger, fret 1. If you can say that, it's good. It helps your brain there. So again, first finger is on string 2, fret 1. Here we go. Okay, good. And then next, what do we have? Well, the good news, you've already learned the C chord, so you don't have to relearn it, okay? But don't forget C, okay? Now, let me see. We learned G7 with this group. We're going to learn the upside down G7. So let me share that with you right now. So this is G7. No, that's G7 suspended too. Where's G7? Okay, here. So this is G7. Okay. And then the G chord is basically an upside down G7. Okay. So let's try it. So we've got G and G7. Look at those next to each other. Okay. Yeah. So again, G is an upside down G7. Okay. So let's take a look at G. First finger is on string 2, second string 4, and third is on string 3. So here we go. So first on string 2, second string 4, third string 3. Play it. Hey, that sounds good. Now, what else do we have? Oh, only 2 more. Next is the D chord. So you can use your second finger and put it on string 1, 2, and 3. Don't put on 4. Or you can put your first finger on string 1, second on string 2, and third on string 3. Fret 2 for all of this, everybody. So let's try it. Your second finger can go across strings 1, 2, and 3. So that's D. Or you can do 1, 2, and 3. Yep, that is it, everybody. So here we go here. Yeah, I had to look at the other string, make sure our guest didn't get lost. Okay, so let's play the D. 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2, and 3. All right, our final one is a little different. This is called E minor. First finger string 4, second is on string 3, and third is on string 2, frets 2, 3, and 4. So it kind of comes on an angle there, okay? So first finger string 4, fret 2, second finger string 3, fret 3, and third finger is on string 2, fret 4. All right, I hope you can remember all those. But if not, keep reviewing this tape and take a look at our Facebook group. You'll find everything you need to know there, okay? So this song is a little faster here. This is one of our, what I call our intermediate to advanced songs, but let's do it, okay? So the beginning goes, here's how we strum. It goes. So that's on G and C. G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C. G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C. Okay? So yeah, you're going to be playing that for a long time there. So you kind of put a little accent on it here. You go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Yeah, if you don't know what that accent means, don't worry, but it just kind of makes it sound a little better, okay? So the next line we have G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C. So you only do a one strum on the C there. So yeah, I think that's about it. So let's just go ahead and give it a try, everybody. It's a little faster, so do your best. All right, here we go. Introduction. 5, 6, here we go. And C. Here we go. Don't you feel it growing day by day? People get ready for the news. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, we got to let the music play. Well, I know you better, everything I say. Meet me in the country for a day. We'll be happy and we'll dance. Oh, we're gonna dance the blues away. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music all the time. Verse 3. If I'm feeling good to you, you're feeling good to me. There ain't nothing we can do or say. Feeling good, feeling fun. Oh, baby, let the music play. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music all the time. One more time. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music. Oh, ho, ho, listen to the music all the time. And the G. All right, so you kind of end up there on a single strum on the G. So good. Like I said, it's a little fast, but I just kind of slow it down and you should be okay on this song, okay? Then when you're on the E minor, then you need to play the C, so you can just move your third finger over. So E minor and C. E minor and C. All right, everybody, we did it. Well, let's keep it going. I've got another song or two, and then we'll have our guests come on to the show. But let me see here. I just talked to you about music. So this next song, again, is part of our self-care talanoa, which means talk story chat. So this is a song which is also related to music. And friends, I have this up here on the chat every time, but just want you to make sure. We have the calhope.org website, and also they have a number, the 833 number. Again, these are individuals that are there to chat with you. Okay, so you just need somebody to talk to. They will listen to you and talk. We also have the 415-609-2018, the Pacific Islander Wellness Initiative, so anybody can call in there. And then the 988 number is called the Lifeline. So if things are just really going bad for you, just dial 988 and you will be on the Lifeline, everybody. All right. Well, good. Our guest is here. So let me go ahead and bring him in, and then we'll do these last two songs at the end of the program, everybody. All right. But everybody, I mentioned that we do have a special guest who's with us today, and his name is Dr. Wendell Fuimaono. And Dr. Fuimaono is the associate principal at Blue Springs High School. But welcome to the show, Dr. Fuimaono. Yeah, I think you might be muted.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Aloha. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Appreciate you having me, and I'm excited to just visit with whoever's on today.
Yeah, thank you so much. We have a nice group out there here on Twitch. So,
All right.
so it's fantastic. But Friends, I told you that Dr. Fuimaono is the associate principal at Blue Springs High School, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is the name of the school district there?
Yeah, so there's Blue Springs School District.
Okay.
I'm at Blue Springs High School. We have three high schools. We have Blue Springs High School, Blue Springs South, and we have an alternative school in our district.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're busy over there.
we are. Yeah, we've got about 2,400 kids, 9 through 12 here in Blue Springs, Missouri.
That is fantastic. Well, friends, we are so pleased to have Dr. Fuimaono take some time. And so tell us, how long have you been at the school? And what are some other things you did in the field of education? Now, how many years did you do it? So just kind of tell us a little bit about your career.
Yeah. Thanks for asking that. So, I graduated in 1996, went to neither one of my parents graduated high school. So my mom was born in American Samoa. They moved to Hawaii. And then she got a job while she was in high school years. And then my dad, he didn't finish high school either. So I have a twin brother. He and I were the first ones in our family to graduate high school, and I was the first one to go to college. And so I think coaches and teachers had an impact on me. And so I just wanted to give back. And that's something I was passionate about, and so that's why I entered the field of education. Student taught in Blue Springs in the fall of 2001 and started coaching football. And so I student taught in the fall. In the spring, I worked with students who were trying to get their GED. And then the following year, I worked at what we called the suspension school at the time. And so my first classroom was at the police station because it was a
Hmm.
youth diversion program. And so I had my own classroom at the police station and for students who were suspended. So I did that for a year. And then at the time, our district had a freshman center where all the freshmen from the district went, Blue Springs and Blue Springs South went to the same school, and it was all freshmen in one building. A little over 1,000 students there. And I did that. I taught government geography for a few years. And I did that for 3 or 4 years. And then I jumped into administration. And I've been doing that for 16 years. So I started out as an intern, administrative intern, where I got teaching salary, but got to do assistant principal duties. And then I got hired on full time to be an assistant principal. And then I got which we worked 10 months out of the year. And then I got moved to the associate principal, and I've been doing that for 6 years, I think. And so that's a 12-month contract. So I work through the summer and help kids and parents however I can. And so total, I've been in education for 22 years.
Wow.
And all in the same school district. So Blue Springs, Missouri is about 20, 25 minutes east to Arrowhead Stadium, where the Kansas City
Oh,
Chiefs play.
that's
And
right.
so, but I was born in California, so I'm a Raiders fan. It's tough to be a Raiders fan out here in Kansas City.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Congratulations on your many years of service there in Missouri. And I'm glad you mentioned basically about your education and what motivated you and about your parents and so forth. And yes, I think with many of our Pacific Islander families, yeah, we are the first generation to again complete high school and college and go on. You earned a doctorate, Dr. Fuimaono?
Yes. So I got my master's degree. I have to look up here in 2000 or 2005, and then my specialist in 2009, and then my doctorate in 2017.
Wow.
And again, just I think it was important for me for a couple reasons. One, since neither one of my parents graduated high school, I wanted to show my kids. I have three kids of my own, and I wanted to show them that they can go as far as they wanted to, in education. And so that, and my wife was pursuing her doctorate degree, so I
Oh,
had to get mine. I couldn't let her
well,
beat me.
that's funny. Is she also in education too, or?
She is. So she started out as a special education teacher, and then jumped into administration after just 3 years in the classroom. And then she had been moved recently to a director at our central office for student and diversity services. And next year she'll start her year as assistant superintendent.
Well, fantastic. That is great. And yeah, everybody out there, we don't hear of to many of our Pacific Islander people in administrative positions or even in the central office. So that is great.
Yeah,
You're both a true role model for our students.
yeah, appreciate
We
that.
appreciate you. Well, we have a few students out there that may be considering education as a field. And you've already mentioned that, again, it was your teachers that inspired you. And yeah, I'll admit it's the same with me. I had some wonderful teachers that kind of helped me and understood me. I don't know about you, but I was one of the only Pacific Islanders at my school most of the time. And yeah, there just wasn't very many in those days.
Mhm.
But yeah, these teachers again inspired me. One of my teachers was my Spanish teacher. So I was a Spanish teacher for a while
Okay.
because of her. And then the other funny story, my track coach, because I ran track because I was too thin to play football. But I would, he also inspired me. And so I became a track coach. And then my track coach eventually came to work at the LA County Office of Education where I worked. And I said, "Hey, Bill, you remember me?" He said, "No." I said, "Come on now, Bill. How many Samoans ran cross country?" He says, "Yeah." So yeah, I became my coach's boss. So
Hmm.
it's pretty amazing. But well, enough of that talk story. No, but mainly tell us about education and why you think it would be a good field for the students out there, and how can they prepare?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think education is something that you need to be called to do. It's not easy. You need to really have a heart for students. You need to have a heart for for service. I think if that's something that you're passionate about and you have a subject area that you're good at, and that you want to share that passion with other folks, then I think that education is something that you're built for. So it takes a lot of work. And so as you want to prepare for that, I would say so I have a son who's a freshman in college and he's going
Good.
into education, early childhood education. So my wife was middle school, high school, I'm high school, and he's got birth through third grade, I think is what he will pursue. So he started out just volunteer teaching at church on Sundays. And so he worked with the little kids. And so I think any opportunity you have to tutor, to even if you're on the football team or the basketball team, to mentor younger players, and teach them, just the culture of what it means to be a mentor or a leader. Those are just little things that are available to kids now. But then going in and declaring an education major, and then you'll start to get into doing observations and practicums and student teaching, and really just put skin on this thing. As you can learn all you can, just like driving, right? You can learn and read the license book, but until you actually get behind the wheel, it becomes real. So those
Yeah.
classes will give you scenarios, but jumping in there with the kids and faculty members is really what prepares you.
Fantastic. That is a great response. Another question I wanted to ask was related to how to lead our schools. And our nonprofit organization, Enpine, we have an initiative called Aloha Leadership. And again, Aloha could be Alofa or Ofa or whatever language you speak.
Mhm.
But we've been working with our students and schools to again, this is a way to overcome bullying and hate. It is by sharing aloha with others, with the school community. And my personal experience, I face some interesting reactions to this sometimes from colleagues because they would say, "Well, why do you spend so much time with the staff?" So I kind of said, I said, "Well, because I feel that the staff are our most important asset at this place." So that's why. And I find that when I spend time with them, they tend to work harder too. So,
Agree.
but anyway, maybe just share with education leaders, but also those that lead student leaders as well. What can we do to lead with aloha out there in the schools?
Yeah, great question. I appreciate that. I think it starts with, some principles that you live by, just regarding servant leadership, and so that kind of, there's no long, if you have that triangle and you have the leaders on top and everybody falls below, servant leadership kind of flips that to where you're on the bottom and you're giving everyone, like you said, spending time with them, equipping them with what they need, and serving them so they're at their best so they can then serve our kids. That's pretty powerful when you know your staff, when they know that you have confidence in them and they can trust you. They can operate more free and they can do what they're passionate about, and they're not worried about some other things because you've taken good care of them. That kind of filters to them, to the kids, and so they take good care of the kids. And so you're right, being intentional about just spending time with people and meeting them where they are, or spending time in their classroom. I don't like to, walk into a classroom and then everybody's like, "Oh, what's he doing here?" I like people to be like, "Oh, he's always in here." That's just Dr. Fuimano.
So, oh, a spy. Beautiful. Now, I think my last question, and then any parting thoughts you have for us would be great. So, this is related to chronic absenteeism in schools. And again, Pacific Islanders are one of the national leaders in chronic absenteeism. We're up there. And well, the pandemic obviously didn't help. And I think not only for Pacific Islanders, but for many students, it's just been hard to come back. Well, and I think about us that work in the schools, teachers, it's been hard. I mean, you were doing things virtually and now you're about wow. So I think it was just an exhausting time. But in the state of California, for example, we have about a 30% chronic absenteeism rate. And then Pacific Islanders is around 40%. Okay. But I think across the nation, we are around 30% as young as our students. But what advice would you have for Pacific Islanders and for all students as far
Mhm.
as improving their attendance in this, difficult time that we live in now?
Yeah, you're right. Framing that up as a difficult time. I would say education is the great equalizer. With neither one of my parents graduating high school, their earning power was limited, and so they had to have jobs like manual labor jobs, custodial jobs, things like that that didn't require an education. And so they didn't make a lot of money, so they were doing the best they could, and they really emphasized the importance of education because that just opened so many more doors for us, right? And so as they were busy, and I had some absenteeism issues as well because my parents were so busy trying to make a living and trying to keep a roof over our head that school wasn't a priority. They knew that we had to go, but they weren't equipped to make sure we had our homework done, we were prepped for tests and things like that. And so you really have to have a network of people that will invest in you. You know what I mean? If your parents don't know how, and they're doing the best they can. And then you have to have that mindset that I'm going to break this cycle. And so I think that's something that's important too. You just have to have that intrinsic motivation that I see how hard my parents work, and I want to break this cycle so my kids now don't know what it's like to live the way that I lived, and my parents worked hard and showed me the value of hard work. But that doesn't have to be our existence. And so just surrounding yourself with people who are where you want to be, and that's tough sometimes. And so I think we're in a privileged area to where kids can look at you and see themselves. Kids can look at me and see themselves and say, "Oh man, I never had a never have someone, principal or teacher or coach, and we have like in Independence, the Polynesian population is a lot higher than in Blue Springs, and so we've got a handful of kids, that can identify with me. But I would say to anybody, that education is the great equalizer, and that'll increase your earning power in a high school. Even if you want to get into a trade, which makes great money, you need a high school diploma, and so stick with it. College isn't for, and this is coming from an administrator, college isn't for everyone. I want everyone to find their fit, and so trades are important. And man, there's a need too, and so there's a lot of earning power in those trades, and so there's a lot of earning power in a college degree. But don't just go to college just to go to college. Have a focus there so you can use that degree, in the field of study that you're passionate about.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And yes, I just reflect on my parents too, who were the first from American Samoa to come to Long Beach, California. But yep, I think we're grateful for our parents for coming. And I think my situation was a little different because my parents were educated. My father was a doctor back on the island, but it's interesting, when he came to America, he lost his credentials. So he had to start over. And so, again, I always reflect on that. That's kind of why we started our organization, Pine, because I remember that. I said, wow, they did it twice. And, but yeah, you're very right. I think most of my family grew up in poverty, and we did not. I mean, we had a very good life compared to most. And so that's what I want. But yeah, this is good advice for everybody. Well, again, we appreciate you taking time. Dr. Fuimaono is very busy, everybody. So we're glad that he took some time today. But do you have any parting shots for the people out there?
Yeah, I would just say, growing up in a suburb of Kansas City, and I'm Afakasi. My dad was black, mom was Samoan, and so just embracing your identity, because we went to school at a time where there wasn't a lot of people who looked like us, and could identify with us. But as I got older and found that, and when I went to college, and I ended up being the president of the Polynesian Club at Missouri Valley College, and so finding and embracing what we're all about has been very important, and passing that along to my kids has been important. So just embracing your identity and who you are, and our values and our culture, because where I tried to blend in as a youth, now people are attracted to who we are as a people, and we need to embrace that, and just take pride in that.
Good. Well, yeah, our friends out there are saying thank you to you. They have it in the chat. So, but everyone, we've been very privileged to have Dr. Fuimaono spend some time with us today. And again, we wish everyone the very best there in Blue Springs. And please say hello to the other Dr. Fuimaono. Okay. We wish her the very best in her upcoming new career move. But again, thank you. Thank you for all that you do for Pine, and we wish you a very wonderful day. All right. But
Yeah,
thank
you
you
as
so
well.
much. Okay.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right.
you.
Take care. Yeah.
All right.
Fa
Bye.
soy fua.
Paso full.
All right, everybody. We've had a fantastic interview with Dr. Fuimaono. And thank you so much, Turtle Cat and Kim. We appreciate you listening to our friend there. But what I am going to do is finish up with our final song, because I know some of you got to eat lunch. But our final song is related to music, everyone. And here we go. But we were talking about the importance of music. And there's one other thing I wanted to share with you before we conclude. And that is called to be active. And so be active means the following: use your body. A few minutes of walking helps. So, and what they're saying you can do is make sure you make some fitness time in your life. And walking is a very good way to do it. I like running. I don't recommend it for everybody. I like swimming too. But find yourself physical activity that will help you, one that you like. And it not only supports you physically, but it truly does help our mental health. And one thing that happens when we exercise, something happens within our body. It releases something called the endorphins. And the endorphins are the body's, shall we call it, feel good drug. Okay. So the body starts to release these endorphins. Yeah, I find when I don't work out, I tend to lack endorphins. And then It's not good, everybody, because you start eating sugar rather. All right, here is our final song about music. La la do la da, la la do la da, la 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 do la. La la do la da, la la do la da, la 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 do la. Sing, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad. Sing of happy, not sad. Sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Sing a song. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Sing a song. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Just sing a song. All right, everybody, we did it. Now let's do our final Aloha song, and then we will look forward to seeing everybody next week. But yeah, we will be back here on this program at 12 p.m. Pacific time. That will be next Thursday. So we look forward to seeing everybody then. Yeah, very nice there, Kim. Well, thank you, Frusen Forever. So here we go. Our final Aloha song, everybody. Aloha from Hawaii. Adios from Guam and the Mariana Islands. Aloha from the Kingdom of Tonga. Haidera from the Cook Islands. Haidera from New Zealand. Aotearoa. Yakwe from the Marshall Islands. Meikun from Palau. Mothe from Fiji. Nana from Tahiti. And Tofa from the islands of Samoa. Again, everybody, we're so very happy to have all of you today. Yeah, let me find my last picture of the good doctor there. But again, it was good to have Dr. Fuimaono on the show. Again, he is the principal at Blue Springs High School in Missouri. So good to have him here on the program. And again, we look forward to seeing everybody next week. And do me a favor, take some aloha out there to the world, everyone. But take care. Aloha.